When we talk about financial review in Canadian immigration, many applicants imagine a purely technical process. They picture an officer checking numbers, confirming balances, and moving on. But this slide sets the foundation for the entire presentation. Immigration officers do not think like accountants. They think like detectives. Their job is not to confirm that the math adds up, but to determine whether your financial story is believable, logical, and low risk. From the very beginning, officers are trained to look for patterns, inconsistencies, and hidden motives. Numbers are only the surface layer. What truly matters is whether your financial situation supports your stated purpose of coming to Canada in a realistic and lawful way. DIY applicants often fall into the same set of assumptions, and these assumptions are exactly where many refusals begin. A balance above the minimum requirement feels reassuring, but in reality it is only a threshold, not proof of credibility. Financial review is not a math problem with a right or wrong answer. It is a logic test about trust. Bank statements do not speak for themselves. To an officer, they are raw data that must be interpreted. Without explanation, even legitimate funds can look suspicious. This slide challenges applicants to unlearn the idea that meeting the checklist automatically equals approval. Here we shift fully into the officer's mindset. The true focus of financial review is risk control. Officers are constantly asking whether an applicant might overstay, work illegally, or misrepresent their situation. Financial credibility is directly linked to sustainability. Can you realistically support yourself without breaking the rules? Any lack of clarity becomes amplified during review. Ambiguity does not remain neutral. It is interpreted as potential risk. Officers are trained to protect the integrity of the system, not to give applicants the benefit of the doubt when information is unclear. A detective-style review always begins with core questions. Where did the money come from? Officers want to see the original source and how funds legally grew over time. Why did the money appear at this specific moment? Timing matters greatly, especially when funds show up right before an application is submitted. Finally, does the amount make sense for your life stage? A young student with unusually large savings or a low-income worker with sudden wealth must provide a clear and credible explanation. Without it, suspicion naturally arises. Holistic review means nothing is examined in isolation. Financial documents, employment history, and study or immigration plans must all fit together logically. If income and savings appear disconnected, even real money can lose credibility. One weak point can undermine the entire application, because officers evaluate how documents interact, not how they perform individually. There is no such thing as a safe document that guarantees approval. Consistency across the full narrative is what builds trust. The first formal judgment officers make is adequacy. They look beyond tuition and basic living costs to assess whether you have a realistic buffer for emergencies. This is directly tied to illegal work risk. Location also matters. Funds that might be sufficient for a small town may be inadequate for a major city with a high cost of living. Officers are sensitive to numbers that appear artificially precise. Amounts that barely meet requirements can signal financial engineering rather than genuine preparedness. Authenticity is the second major judgment. Officers need to know whether the money truly belongs to you and whether it is freely accessible. Borrowed funds, temporary transfers, or money that cannot be used when needed are all red flags. Officers trace how funds were accumulated, not just where they sit today. Assets that are frozen, pledged, or illiquid are discounted. A large deposit without a clear ownership story is often treated as non-owned money. This slide highlights the most common red flags. Sudden large deposits before applying are classic triggers for deeper investigation. Unexplained sources, especially cash deposits without tax or transfer records, carry significant risk. Perhaps most damaging is a mismatch between income and savings. When financial growth appears unreasonable, officers may suspect misrepresentation. From their perspective, unexplained financial jumps are not neutral. They are warning signs. The 4 core assessment pillars summarize the officer's framework. Adequacy ensures funds cover real costs and emergencies. Legality and traceability require every dollar to have a clear, lawful origin. Consistency demands alignment between finances, background, and life stage. Sustainability looks forward, asking whether your financial situation can support you over time without creating pressure to violate conditions. Together, these pillars form the backbone of financial credibility. This slide explains why enough money still leads to rejection. Inconsistent narratives undermine trust quickly. When officers are forced to guess how funds were obtained, the application already has a problem. Officers do not fill in gaps for applicants. When risk is unclear, rejection is the safest option. Meeting criteria only opens the door. Logical consistency determines whether you are allowed through it. For DIY applicants, risk control starts with perspective. Reviewing your application as an officer would mean actively searching for gaps, not defending assumptions. Anomalies should be explained proactively in a cover letter, not left for officers to question. Consistency across financial data, career history, and future plans is critical. A clear, coherent story is far more persuasive than a large but confusing bank balance. The final message is simple but powerful. Meeting formal requirements is only the first step. What matters more is being clearly understood. Officers should never feel lost in your materials. Your job is to guide their judgment by making your financial logic easy to follow and difficult to doubt. Before submitting, eliminate unnecessary risks by turning every potential question mark into a clear answer. Clear logic, solid evidence, and thoughtful explanation are what ultimately support a successful application. Before we conclude, I want to leave you with one practical thought. In Canadian immigration, success is rarely about having perfect documents. It is about whether your documents clearly communicate your credibility to an immigration officer. Many DIY applicants already meet the requirements, but their applications fail because key logic is unclear, inconsistent, or open to interpretation. If you are at the pre-submission stage and your documents are mostly ready, but you want a professional, officer-focused review before you submit, to check clarity, consistency, and potential financial or intent risks, you can explore Fly2 Canada's IRCC document review service by scanning the QR code on screen or clicking the link in the description. This is not a filing service, and it does not guarantee approval. Its purpose is simple: to help you present your eligibility clearly, logically, and in a way officers can easily trust. If you are still in the learning phase and want to better understand how IRCC officers actually review applications, what they look for beyond the checklist, how risk is assessed, and how real decisions are made, you can also visit our IRCC Knowledge Hub, where we break down officer logic step by step. All relevant links are in the description. If this presentation was helpful, please consider subscribing, sharing it with others preparing their applications, and joining us for future episodes. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.